Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Can't just ignore them, Eren.
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Pleasure doing business with you. So what do you want to know? You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you. Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him.
You there.
You, get over
The
here.
Dawn Guard is
I
looking
wanna
for
talk
anyone
to you.
willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say? We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them. You're not paying attention then, like almost everyone else around here. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? They never took the threat seriously, and now they paid the price. The Vigilance mostly hunt down Daedra worshippers, which is why they got torn to pieces when they went up against vampires. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters. Ha! Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material. Report to Isran at Fort Dawn Guard, and get moving if you're serious about
I'm
it.
really getting tired.
The vampires aren't going to wait
Visitors
around to make
to
their
call it a
next
guild
move.
is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
Look, Shadra, last warning.
You know,
Pay
I'm
up
beginning
or
to respect you.
all I care about
Other
is
than
gold.
Eren,
Everything
you
else
seem
is
to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Erin, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Erin who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. Safe travels.
I've never seen Mjol this upset about anything.
Huh?
The city really gets... Yes. Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty.
The return of the
Never
dragons
done an
was not
honest
mere
day's work in your
coincidence.
life for all that coin you're
This
carrying,
is one of
eh,
the
lad?
signs. The signs that Lady Mara is
I'm saying you've
displeased
got
with
the
your
coin,
constant
but you didn't
inebriation.
earn a septim of it
Put down your
honestly.
flagons filled with your vile
I can tell.
liquids, and embrace the teachings
It's
of the
all about
handmaiden
sizing
of
up your
time.
mark, lad.
No,
The way they walk,
We talked
what they're
about
wearing.
this. Talon-
It's a dead giveaway.
Kirava, certainly we can come
Oh,
to
but
some
that's
sort
where
of an
you're wrong, lad.
understanding.
Wealth
These people
is
must
my
be made
business.
aware of the chaos
Maybe
they've
you'd
sown.
like a taste.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of
I've
the
got a bit of an
dragons and
errand to
their
perform,
There's no
but I need an
to
extra
use them
pair
as
of
an
hands.
excuse to harass our
And in my line of
customers.
work,
Very well,
extra
Talon.
hands are well
I'll remove
paid.
myself from this den of iniquity.
Simple.
We're
I'm
not
going to
kicking
cause
you
a
out.
distraction.
Just keep
You're
the
gonna
servants
steal
at the
Medesi's
temple
silver
and let
ring
us
from
all
a
sin in
strongbox
peace.
under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. I'll be out in the market all day, from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it. I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too.
Yeah. What's your problem? I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that. But a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Shadra his debt's been paid. I hope we bump into each other again.
New in town, eh? Here for the There's nothing like fishing on Lake Onreg. You should try it sometime. If you're hungry, Marie sells fresh fish, caught by yours truly. Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying, but I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth, However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help. Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons for Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh? Remember to give at the temple.
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire? If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss. They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
Look, I already said Shad
Looking
doesn't
for
know my
work?
thing, so get
I
off
need
my
someone
back.
to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'll meet you outside of town.
So what if
I really need your help.
I know how to deal with
Bolly is a good man. He pays us well and watches out for us. I used to work at the Blackbriar Meadery, but in Darin and I never saw eye to eye. That elf has no patience at all. It's probably for the best anyway. I'm far better at fishing than working in a meadery. My job at the Riften fishery is in danger. The owner, Bolly, said that if I show up for work in this condition one more time, then I'm out. I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it. I tried some skooma a year ago, and ever since then, I can't stop. If you could give me a healing potion, I could cleanse this poison from my body and get back to my life. Your kindness will never be forgotten. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you've given me.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Rare trinkets, the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles. Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. Take a look. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons, he's been very depressed.
The fairest prices and the highest Greetings, quality honored inside. friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? See for yourself. Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Safe travels, Landstrider.
I've never
Well
seen...
met,
The
friend.
old told me
How can
that
I
it isn't
help
this
you?
bad everywhere.
You gonna buy something?
Maybe one
or
day
just
I'll
here for
venture out and
training?
see if she's right.
Otherwise, move on. Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. They'd stop at nothing to take your last bit of food if that's all you had. The Ratway's too good a place for that scum. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. Take a look. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Can I interest you in some... I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. For reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just what you see here.
Looking to stay alive?
Just one.
Why take a chance?
I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you. I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed.
Protect yourself right.
Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Fresh meats and produce.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady. That unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
Did we have an appointment? Excuse my disorganization, but I'm in the middle of some delicate experiments. Take a look. Okay. Now where did I put those visitors. Good morning. Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy. You don't have to, because it's utter nonsense. It's never going to work. No. What I need to do is reverse that. Draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, and then apply it with the proper incantation. What was I thinking? It would never work that first way. Why didn't you tell me? I'll tell you why you won't tell me. Because you were absolutely right not to. It's a fundamental rule of magic, and it would be ridiculous. You can't draw from harmonic energy without a soul siphon. Since you're so well informed, I'm certain you've solved the problem with thermic drift, right? What's not to get? It's as simple as Traven's first axiom of magic. Or was it Galarian's law of casting? I'll tell you what. Let me find out where that's from. I'll need to look through my library and get you an answer. What were we talking about? Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments. As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer stirring spoon, my orichalcum ingot, and my grand soul gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you. Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. Let's see. Last time I used the Dwemer spoon was at my dear friend Bodhi's house in Iverstead. Fellstar Farm, I believe it's called. The orichalcum ingot should still be at Winterhold at the Frozen Hearth Inn. I don't know why I didn't just take it with me. And last is the soul gem. I left that one in Windhelm at the White Phial Alchemy Shop. It was a good trade, too. Oh well. Winterhold. You want the college there. They teach quite a bit. I have to remember. Ward first, then summon.
As Jarl Leila's houseguard, I would ask that you maintain a respectable distance.
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you. While I feel Ulfric's cause is just, my concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they were my own family. With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. I fear that the land will be stained with blood for years to come. Surely you're aware of the Great War between the Imperials and the Elves who called themselves the Aldmeri Dominion? When the smoke cleared, the White Gold Concordat was signed. It was supposedly a treaty aimed at establishing peace within the Empire. One of the terms of a treaty was the outlawing of worship to Talos. To the Stormcloaks, this was viewed as the moment when the Empire became unworthy of the allegiance of any true Nord. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar has assured me that they're being dealt with appropriately. As one of our city's most influential citizens, she's taken it upon herself to oversee their incarceration. Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. good journey to you.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep.
Oh,
Jarl
come to
Layla's
gloat,
steward,
have we?
Anuriel.
To poke fun at the Jarl's youngest son? Because I did something not a soul in this blood-stained house of war has the backbone to do. Dared to speak my mind. I dared speak of the Empire and the lies that have been spread by Ulfric, the leader of the Stormcloaks. Now my mother's stripped me of my heritage and incarcerated me here like a common criminal, and my brother has all but disowned me. Be wary what you say around here, friend. You'll find not all take kindly to insurrection. Ulfric only cares about one thing. Ulfric. He's ordained himself the future High King of Skyrim, and steps on anyone that gets in his way. He's begun a rebellion against those that wish to eradicate the worship of Talos, and uses it as his rallying cry. His cause may be true, but the man is a lie. All he holds in his heart is lust for the throne. Until next time, I could feel you laughing behind my back. Any luck with Sapphire? But 8? You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore. Until next time.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? Three, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lachance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. They're vermin, garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to. Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special...
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. What can I get you? Mead? Sibby Blackbriar is furious that his ex-lover tried to murder him. He's leaving no stone unturned searching for her. The Thieves Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in this city. Rumor has it they're falling apart from the inside. The city guard has been tearing Riften apart, looking for the source of our skooma problem. I'd hate to be in their shoes if they get discovered. If Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to watering it down just to make ends meet. Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you. Mjol the lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade. Come back and see us again.
Ah, you're back.
The waiting, the insufferable waiting.
It is our most favorite... Look, I don't think I should say. I mean, they could kill me. Okay, I'll tell you. I get my skooma from Sarthas Idrin. He has some sort of a setup over the Riften warehouse. You can't get inside, though. They've kept that place locked up tight since the war began. I overheard Bolli say that only the Jarl carries the key to the warehouse. When I meet Sarthas there, he's usually waiting for me outside with his bodyguard. If it wasn't for skooma, I'd already be on my way out of this horrible city. All my gold, completely gone. Now I have to start over. I'll never use skooma again, although I suppose a little mead now and then would be harmless. I'm not sure what it's made from, but I can tell you that once you've had a taste, you'll never crave anything else. The Dunmer came up with the stuff a long time ago. Very illegal and very hard to come by. I got mine off a merchant ship in Solitude. Worst mistake I ever made. You've been kind. I thank you.
Did you see a hound on the road? There's one out on the road. I can't afford to chase him down, but I could use a fierce, loyal beast to keep me company. If you were willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road. Oh, it's a smart man to demand something up front for his work. Some gold now, and some when I have my dog. Here's the meat.
Yes. You've proven reliable. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it. Good. Difficult? I'm a Jarl. I eat the most succulent meat, drink the finest ale, and hunt with the best hounds in the hold. Meanwhile, my very capable steward sees to the needs of the small folk and ensures that my hold runs smoothly. Being a Jarl could hardly be simpler. You should try it sometime. My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down. He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the hold, I now serve as Jarl. Execute every last bandit. Spare no one.
One of the first songs I ever learned.
Not as
Ragnar the Red.
You may have seen the open grave in our graveyard. Most of the townsfolk think it's the work of a corpse thief. The truth is less pleasant. It was the grave of Vigar, my own ancestor, dead for centuries now. He is also a vampire. My family is entrusted with keeping him buried. But recently, someone stole the ward stone, and Vigar escaped. No, it's too late for the ward stone. Vigar must be destroyed. If this gets out, my family will suffer great shame. Good. He will have fled to gather others of his kind. Mind what you say. The Empire has ears all over this town.
Now I think it's high time.
I hear Valder made it back safe. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
The people of Skyrim don't like magic much, so about the only place you're likely to find a teacher is the College of Winterhold. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arkay's influence is strong here and he likes to keep it this way. Our daughter, our little girl, she hadn't seen her 10th winter. He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury. Sinding came true as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this? The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim. I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
This is a surprise.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath. And I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Good to see. Teach them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. On your way, then. Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Falkreath. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now. Come and see me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way, if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. All right, then.